about yourself.
I have worked in the travel industry for 37 years, starting out initially with 2 airlines, and then I've also worked in a number of travel agencies, including one in Calgary, Canada.
So how and why did you venture into the travel industry? Is it because of the interest, or is it because of your experience that
Well,
you really liked?
when I first joined the workforce after completing my national service, I had 2 job offers. One was from a petroleum company, and one was from an airline. Travel was a novelty and it was a luxury. So it wasn't too difficult a decision for me to make. So I took the job that would take me to places.
Right. Okay, great. So how did you start the agency and what inspired you to do so?
An opportunity came in 2003 that enabled my partner, David Ho, and I to start a travel agency where we were given full control by the Citystate Group to take the company going forward. Our strategy at that time was to globalize our corporate travel business and also to expand and grow our cruise business to an extent that we will become a leading cruise agency in Singapore. I would say that our corporate travel is now very much globalized, because we are a member of Radius Travel, which is a global network of travel agencies in more than 80 countries around the world.
That's great.
And for the cruise business, we have certainly become a leading cruise agency in Singapore, with multiple sales awards from several cruise brands like Royal Caribbean, Celebrity, and Costa.
Okay, so next question. How long has Citystate Cruises been in the industry?
Citystate Cruises, first of all, is the cruise division of Citystate Travel Private Limited, and we were first established in 2003. The cruise division came about in the same year, 2003, when we were appointed the general sales agent for Royal Caribbean and Celebrity Cruises.
Understand. So what do you think is the most challenging part of a large and successful travel business such as City Cruises?
Do you know our travel industry relies heavily on well-trained people? And yes, and this is a resource that is facing a very serious manpower crunch today. So we have to ensure that our people are working to their best potential with continual training and upgrading. We also must ensure that our workforce, our workplace policies and practices are among the most favorable in the marketplace, so that we can keep our employees happy and motivated, and that they will see the company as a place where they will develop their career long term.
Am I right to say that for the travel industry, the servicing is always very important?
Yes, of course, service is, like everyone else will say, is the key element that will keep the business going.
Okay. So next question. What are the current direction or position of the company in terms of branding and marketing efforts?
Until last year, we were selling cruises under the brand name Citystate Holidays. We decided that from 2014, we are going to be known as Citystate Cruises, because that's what we do, that's what we do best.
Okay. So what makes Citystate Cruises different from others?
I believe Citystate has a strong cruise culture that permeates through the company and its employees. Every seller at Citystate Cruises has cruise. All right, and if we were to consider the whole company, that is including the corporate travel department, the admin and finance department. I think overall we have something like 70 people. I can say that 80% of our staff have gone on a cruise vacation. So that actually gives us access to a pool of people who have cruise. So we often engage them to sell cruises for the company at the twice yearly Natas Travel Fair.
Of course. Okay, so what are some of Citystate Cruises' accomplishments and success?
We have been a top producing agent for several cruise brands like Royal Caribbean, Celebrity and Costa. I think this can be evident from our many customers who come back to us year after year for their cruises. And some of these cruises it's all over the world. For example, Alaska, Mediterranean, Caribbean, Latin America, just to name a few.
Of course. Okay, how do you retain your customers? Like you say, you always have a loyal customer base. So how do you retain them? Do you think it's your service or the products that you are able to produce?
Every travel agency would like to say that good service is the key to retaining customer, and I think that's very true. I want it to be an experience our clients can genuinely attest to say that they have actually had an encounter of good service from our staff.
Okay, so where do you see Citystate Cruises in 5 years?
Citystate has a long view strategy of expanding into the regional markets. The Singapore market size, as we know, is limited. So we will have to treat Southeast Asia as our hinterland to develop a larger market.
So setting up
for the cruise
maybe
business.
companies in other countries?
Yes, our intention is to set up offices, retailing cruises in the countries around Singapore.
Great. Okay, so what is your favourite place to travel and why?
I am of the opinion that every destination is unique. Everyone
course,
has
right.
his own unique history, culture, and places of interest. I think each place has its merits, its downside. As far as I'm concerned, I take in the good and the bad of every destination. But I do have a special feeling for Canada, or rather Canada has a special place in my heart, having lived there for 2 years in my youth.
Yeah.
I mean, Canada has some of the most beautiful sights in the world, mountains, lakes and rivers, beautiful and wonderful sights to behold.
What would you say to someone who wants to venture into business?
Be open, be patient. You can't, Rome wasn't built in a day. So when you are pursuing something, hopefully it's something that you like, you have a passion for. But be prepared to ride the learning curve.
Yeah.
All right, success will come if you persist and face the challenges.
I'm sure. Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Ho.
Thank you.
you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.